The Griso 1208V Special from Moto Guzzi features the unadorned appearance that has long been associated with the line. The 110 horsepower V-twin engines, which is uncovered and mounted transversely underneath the frame to give it an instantly recognizable Guzzi feel, dominates the design. Despite its sleek design and quick frame, the bike lacks any technological equipment or assists, such as traction controls or anti-slip protection, so the cyclist must possess the necessary abilities. You may consider this one ride to be a true street warrior. It appears as though the sides of the sleek teardrop fuel tanks are being cut into by visible twin spar frames members that connect the steering heads to the swing arms, but that is only a visual illusion caused by the bolted-down tanks protruding outwards to form a knee pocket and equilibrium. The visual impact of the head and swing covers jutting outwards on every side. The members taper over the somewhat kicked-up subframe and fender, ending in a small waist just below the two-tone saddle that includes straps along with foldable P-pads for use alongside the collapsible footrests, which is a good thing given how short those pads were. The taillight itself is recessed along with aligned with the fenders immediately in front of the mudguard plate holders, while the turn signals make use of mustache mounting. LED emitters offer lighting towards the rear of the vehicle. The rear shock, which is tucked away at the back and hidden behind the seat, accomplishes its job without detracting from the 1200 SE poised to pounce beauty. The engines acts as both a load bearer and the major support structure, forming a type of wishbone with the twin spar steel frames. By moving the downtube, cradle portion of the frame, that accomplishes the assembly, reduces weight, highlights the huge V-twin engines, gives the air-cooled engines plenty of fresh air access, and creates space for a stylish exhaust setup. By a wheelbase of 60.78 inches and rake and trail measurements of 26 degrees and 4.25 inches, accordingly, the Griso handles spiritedly and with enjoyment in the bends while maintaining stability on the straights. Both ends have 3 adjustments: compression, rebound dampening, preload, and a front fork that features a 43mm inner fork tubes. The rear employs a gas shocks with a remote reservoir. The dual 320mm front discs are clamped down by a pair of 4-pot opposed pistons calipers, with twin pistons anchors and 282mm discs helping to keep the rear end where it belongs, behind your. The Griso doesn't have untested brakes, so you'll need to be skilled if you're the kind of riders who largely depends on ABS to keep your motorcycle clean. The chassis is completed with a pair of 17-inch laced rims with ZR-sized 120/70 fronts and 180/55 rear tires. The Quattrovalvole engine from Moto Guzzi, which is mounted transversely, powers the Griso. The firm claims that new parts make up about 75% of the engine's interior workings, including a bigger crankshaft and new 3-segment pistons. In order to combat valve float at higher RPM categories, the chain-driven SOHC powers each of the 4 valves heads behind a silent rocker box lid with conical and multi-rate valve springs. Using pressure from not one, nevertheless 2 oil pumps drawing from the box-shaped reservoir, oil jets in the box convey heat away from the piston's crowns, while oil also flowed around the exhaust valve's bores to pull energy out of the hottest places.